The color of choice. Choice number 3, my third marriage or a love union. Go to the left, you will lose your horse. Go to the right, you will lose your head. Go straight, you will find your bride. This is how Russian fairy tales begin. And in many ways, this is how our lives begin too. The first choice was made by Eve. God said, "Eat from every tree, but from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, do not eat, for you will surely die." But the serpent said, "No, you will not die. Your eyes will be opened, and you will become like gods." Adam and Eve made their choice. Since then, we make choices every day, between two voices, between fear and desire, between reason and the heart. Today, I want to tell you about my choice, my third marriage, or perhaps a love union. The beginning. It happened during my first year in America. I was working with an elderly woman in Boston and had to live in her house and take care of her. She was 91 years old and a very difficult person. All her life she had been a boss and loved to give orders. She constantly criticized every word and every movement and almost never allowed me to sleep. I was very exhausted. Because of this, I registered on a dating website. One day I prayed to God and asked only one thing, to let me understand what it means to be a happy woman. Meeting him. One day I saw him. I did not like him in the photo, but he was tall, wore a suit, and lived in Boston. We began writing to each other, and I quickly understood that he was interested mainly in sex. But my work was so exhausting that I thought, better a love adventure than this daily stress. So I agreed to meet him. When we met, he was much better than in the photo. We liked each other. He courted me beautifully and sang love songs to me like Romeo for Juliet. We even sang French and Italian songs together, and I fell in love. Doubts. But I had doubts. He said we could not meet at his place because the landlord did not allow it, so we always met at my apartment. There was another problem. He was very economical. In restaurants, he suggested we pay in turns. Later, I started cooking and spending money myself. Once I asked him to have a small wedding ceremony at home. He agreed. He read the prayers himself. We stood with candles, drank champagne, and exchanged rings. In my mind, he became my husband. The truth. One day I noticed bright pink lipstick on his t-shirt. He said it was paint from painting the kitchen, but it was clearly lipstick. Our relationship continued, but it did not develop. It felt as if he was simply visiting a lover. One day, everything became clear. He sent a Spanish cleaning lady to my new apartment. When I called a taxi for her, I saw that the address was the same as Chris's address. Later, I asked him about it. He turned red and admitted that she was his girlfriend. The end. After 2.5 years, I discovered he had been living with another woman. For me, it was a shock. For him, it was relief. I understood I should leave him, but I could not. Our relationship simply continued without growing. Once I even tried to meet another man, but it led only to an accident. A car hit me while I was crossing the street because I was lost in my thoughts. After that, we stopped meeting. Later, I moved to another state, and the relationship ended. Later, he married because, as he said, he felt lonely. The good things. He was always in contact with me and gave me warmth, attention, and emotional support. The difficult things. He did not spend money, and the relationship never developed into a real partnership. Reflection. Would I choose this relationship again? Yes, but I would behave differently. At first, I chose him with my mind, but later my heart became involved. The color of this choice. The color of this choice is bright pink, the color of passion, romance, and illusion.